When I talk to executives at companies these days, they're all trying to figure out what to do about video enablement. In-person has gone away, so moving to a remote communication model is key. Hey everybody, welcome back to another FUTRtech video. With the COVID-19 pandemic and everyone working from home, video has become an increasingly important part of the business equation. Many companies have been racing to put together strategies for remote collaboration and communication, and this is not going to change anytime soon. I've talked to a lot of executives who are seeing the current work from home environment as the new normal and are looking to divest from a large portion of their commercial real estate portfolio. Now, working from home has proven its value. The companies I talk to have seen an increase in productivity from most employees. And their employees now feel this is a major benefit that they don't want to give up. For some companies, this has opened up access to a larger talent pool as well, since they no longer need to hire in proximity to their offices. They are also accessing very talented people who require the flexibility that work from home offers. Now, video enablement is an improvement for internal communication and collaboration over the old conference call. People who can see each other tend to have better interactions, and that can help alleviate some internal conflicts. It's also a good way to check in on fellow coworkers who may be struggling with the isolation. On the sales and marketing side, trade shows have disappeared, as have face-to-face client meetings. Video has stepped in to keep things going, with everything from online presentations, virtual trade shows, and events, to more in-depth, on-demand content to educate, train, entertain, and excite your customers. However, the one thing that is often missing is production value and high-quality content. I've found that improving the quality of the video and audio can greatly improve people's experience and their perception of what you're offering. I also find it can help to reduce Zoom fatigue. So how do you improve your production quality? Well, one size does not fit all, and you have to look at the different use cases. For internal communications and collaboration, an improved webcam, some headphones, and a better USB mic can really improve your interactions. If you're looking to improve your client presentations, you may want to look for better quality microphones, cameras, and lights, as well as investigating software and video conferencing solutions that will help enable your presentations. You should also take steps to improve the look and sound of your environment. Now, for live streaming, virtual trade shows, or events, you may be looking at very different equipment or looking to outside firms to help enable these events. If you're looking to produce a lot of on-demand content, you should be looking at different gear and more post-production software and equipment, as well as possibly setting up a studio. You may also want to consider covering events that people can't travel to anymore, and for that, you may need a lightweight, high-quality run-and-gun setup that you can travel with. Now, I'm going to be putting together more information around all of this in future videos, but I wanted to answer a question that I get a lot. What gear do you use? Now, a while back, I put together a video about the gear I use, but a lot has changed since then, and it's a good time to revisit it. This isn't going to be a guide to the best gear for each use case, but this is going to give you a flavor of what I use. There are many great options out there that may suit what you do better, but this will give you a flavor of what works for me. And I'll add links to the gear I mentioned in this video down below. For full disclosure, they are affiliate links, so I may get a small payment that will help offset a bit of the costs I incur for running this channel and the FUTRtech platform, but it will cost you nothing extra. First, let's talk about what I use for my studio setup. The camera I use is a Canon Eos R, and I can't say enough good things about this camera. When it came out, it got some bad press, but I think over time it has really proven itself and become a standard among YouTube filmmakers. It's a full-frame mirrorless camera with a flip-out LCD. It shoots 1080p at 60 FPS and does 4K 30 FPS. It utilizes Canon's C-Log format and can do 4K 10-bit 422 over HDMI. Plus, it has fast and accurate dual-pixel autofocus with eye detection, and it can utilize the great new line of RF lenses or all of the older EF lenses with an adapter. It has a mic input and audio out for monitoring, plus it is more compact and lighter than a DSLR. Now, I probably just lost most of you in camera jargon, but the bottom line is it covers all the bases for what you would need to create great looking YouTube videos and beyond. Now I'm currently using the RF35 1.8 IS lens as well as the 17-40 f4L series lens. And I am shifting now to the 16-35 f4L IS to get better stabilization for videos, as the EOS R does not have any in-body stabilization. And when I take this camera in more run and gun type of situations, I need that additional stabilization. On the audio side of things, I use the amazing Shure Sm7b. And because this is a dynamic mic, it works really well for people with louder voices like mine. Its output is fairly low, so I use a cloud lifter preamp going into my Focusrite Scarlett 6i6 audio interface to get an improved gain that really makes the mic sing. And I will say I have had really great luck with this Focusrite gear. For monitoring, I use old school AKG K240 semi-closed back studio headphones that I bought probably in the 80s, but are still available today and a really great option. Typically when I'm filming, I use my Shure SE215 headphones with custom sensophonic molds, which really improve things. I also use the KRK Rocket 5s for near-field monitors. For lighting, I have a fairly tight space, so I have Neewer 660 bicolor LED light panels here mounted to the wall with a softbox on it. And for a side fill, I have the Neewer 480 LED panel with a small diffuser in front of that. For background lights, I use a Yongnuo YN303 LED panel in some Philips Hue colored LED bulbs for extra pizzazz. For additional color and occasional hair lights, I use the Aperture MC RGB lights, which are great battery-powered lights with powerful magnets in the back so you can stick them to all sorts of things. Now, I'm not going to get into all of the rigging I use in this video, but I do want to mention the mic boom swing arm that I use, which is the OC White Podcast Pro. I sometimes use a Padcaster teleprompter when I need to read from a script like I am doing currently. For post-production work, I use Final Cut Pro for editing, and I export to compressor. For audio, I record in Ableton Live and sometimes Logic, and I clean up audio with Isotope's RX7, which can be an absolute miracle worker. I have subscriptions to Epidemic Sound and Audio with 2 eyes for royalty-free music and sound effects, which is really important if you're posting to YouTube, because if you don't use cleared music, YouTube will pull down your videos or at the very least demonetize your videos. Now I'm going to do another video about video conferencing software, but I wanted to highlight a couple of the main ones I use and a couple of up-and-comers. For most of my interviews, I use Zoom. Zoom is difficult and frustrating to work with, but it sucks less than the currently available options. I am really rooting for a new company called Squadcast.fm. They have a great audio podcasting solution currently that uses low-quality audio for the video conference, but records high-quality audio to the drive locally and then uploads it to the cloud in the background. And this is going to get really interesting this month when they release high-quality video recording as well. It'll record high-quality video to the local hard drive and upload it to the cloud in the background, just like it does with audio. This means you have full resolution video without all the compression artifacts and drop frames. It will really be a game changer for what I do for sure. And I'm also beta testing the new which combined with Squadcast could really give you a great remote production studio combo. And I'll put a link to those below. Is a really interesting new platform that allows you to do a lot of the video effects that you see on Weekend Update or on the Daily Show or any of those things where you see green screens in the background with overlaid video on top of it and showing presentations and moving the presenter around and doing all sorts of really cool things. It's still in beta, but I'm really excited by what they are going to be bringing to market soon. Now I'll be exploring my run and gun setup and some of these other topics in more depth in future videos, so click on that bell icon to get notified when I post them. And like always, if you like what you saw, please hit that like button and click the subscribe button because that helps a ton. And like I said before, click that bell icon to get notifications when I post new content. And I will see you in the next video.